Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Angie, and on this channel I talk about personal transformation for women. I particularly focus on building habits to transform yourself, and I also discuss different topics which I consider important for self-development and personal transformation. On this video, I am going to talk about the topic of protecting your energy. How to protect your energy while still having good results in life. For example, some of you might still be at school, some of you might be working, and sometimes we feel overwhelmed or burned out by different responsibilities. In this video, I am going to talk about protecting your energy while still keeping up with your life responsibilities, while still being in your feminine energy, and how to go through these hard and structured responsibilities. One thing that I want to say is that you need to make how you feel your number one priority. Our vibration and how we feel creates our reality. It can manifest into existence. Even if you don't believe in this, you might know that when you are enthusiastic, when you have positive vibes, you are feeling good, others see you differently. And let me say you something. In fact, even if you don't believe in the law of attraction, just feeling good and having good vibes is the best marketing for yourself. If you are feeling good at the moment, you will see a different treatment, a different energy from other people too. And I have really noticed this in my life. So don't get overwhelmed by just trying to accomplish your responsibilities, but also your number one priority as a woman should be how you feel, because that it is also going to create your reality. And in fact, keeping up with responsibilities requires a lot of structure, in fact, and in fact, very good time management. For years, I've been really passionate, really uh, good and interested in the topic of time management. In fact, it was something that really came easily to me, and it still come easily to me. Fixing those structures and time management is important, but also as a woman you should be more in contact with your energy than you are with your time. The feminine has a relaxed relationship with time and a more stronger relationship with her energy. You should always be in contact with your body, with how you are feeling, if you are tired, and what you are experiencing, more than trying to save time and to um, for example, finish tasks earlier or in a shorter time. The feminine is more of the content than the structure. How I see this, even in relation of with time, is that I mostly try to get in that state of being. And in relation to time management, I use mostly the time boxing, time management tool, because it's like it makes me focus more on being than on trying to do a task really fast and just get rid of it. While if I set an amount of time which I consider which is logic to set to that task, I feel really better and I get more in that state of being than while trying to do a task really fast and just get it finished in the shorter amount of time. Now I focus more on trying to enjoy the thing, enjoy the task, than to just try to do it really fast. Also, learn to distinguish between life draining activities and the life giving activities. Some activities you really have to do them because those are responsibilities, even if they are life draining. But you need to combine them with more life giving, pleasurable activities. You need to have a short amount of time dedicated to life draining activities and the majority of time dedicated to pleasurable activities. Uh, for example, even if you have to do something, you can, for example, take 5-minute breaks or longer breaks to indulge in something really more pleasurable and life-giving. You still may have to do the life-draining work, but it needs to be scheduled in short bursts of time and to focus most of your time into feminine activities. It's important to learn to recruit the masculine from the feminine. I mean by that to not be all the time in your masculine, but just employ it, as you can say, just activate it for a short time when needed. For example, not more than 2 hours a day, or not more than just yeah, 30 minutes if it's really a hard activity. The goal is to preserve life energy and to reboot it often. Life giving simply means doing things you consider luxurious and frivolous, things you feel unproductive doing, but they are that are giving you true joy and pleasure. Um, you need to have a list of activities or even turn them into routines, a list of things which you really find pleasurable and that you will do every day or every week or so that you take the time to relax and recharge, especially if you for example, are at work and during the last part of work, before going home or while going home, or just before entering your home, you need to drop that masculine energy and try to get more into your feminine energy. So I sometimes do this, oftentimes by just eating out or just sitting somewhere until a certain times comes by, just trying to enjoy the most possible that time before going home. So, the feminine also means to staying embodied in your body and in your present, to be present in the now and get more into that energy of being, then getting in your head and experiencing the world from outside. You need to try to experience the world from inside your body, to be more embodied, and to even have some rituals and a way of being which makes you more focused on that essence in your energy of being more than in the energy of doing. For example, one technique that I have used to get more into the present moment is to, when I have to do a task or something that might be a little bit challenging, I try to divide time into small slots of time in just minutes. For example, to focus only on the next 2 or 3 minutes, not think about the whole task or everything that you have to do or think about what you will do later, but just focus on those 2 or 3 minutes. This is the closest it can get to focusing on the present moment. Even when I sometimes have to do something, a task or something, I set even small objectives to accomplish, just for example, in 2 to 3 minutes times of periods of time, so really small periods of time, in order to come to that state of being and focus on the now, the present moment. This is a technique that I have found to come to the present moment, because often it's easy to say let me just focus on the present moment, but it's not so easy to accomplish right away. While with if I decide to focus on just the next 2 to 3 minutes and even maybe have something and not an objective but something to do in those minutes to get into that flow state and focus on some only on that and not anything else, it makes me get more into that energy of being. So the feminine is more the being than it's the doing. So even if you have to do some activity, try to find a way of being with that activity instead of doing it. For example, the same activity can be done in a feminine way or in a masculine way. For example, let's say preparing a tea. If you do it with the objective of having it finished, and if you do it to finish it in the smallest amount of time, it's masculine. But the same way, you can do it in a feminine way. So not just, for example, prepare a tea, but you can just be with the tea and focus in those minutes just on the task at hand, even for mundane tasks. You can try to be more embodied in this way. Staying focused and passionate about our part of our goals is important. So even if in difficult tasks that we have to do and there is no way to not do them, but they are just life responsibilities, for example, try to make them more passionate. Try to focus on the passionate part of it. For example, I would like to um, illustrate this with an example from my life. For example, I used to exercise for years, and I would focus, for example, on calories or how much miles I was running. But it was something which, after a short while, I would get tired. But when I started to exercise while listening to music, I started to forget the calories. I would simply be with the music. I would enter another world listening to the music. It was like music was in my head and I was music. My body was moving to the rhythm. It was just not just exercise, but also a way of being. And I sometimes use this way while also moving and exercising and listening to music as a way to immediately get into the state of being. So even with difficult tasks that you have to do, for example, even washing the dishes or cleaning the house or everything mundane, you need to find that passionate part of it to make it easier. Not just focus on accomplishing doing it in the, for example, as fast as you can. You can think, try to think smart to find ways to just make it more efficient, but not do it fast. Try to even enjoy it, even the most mundane task, to find the passionate part of it. Even if you are in a job that you don't like and you have to do something that you don't like, try to find the joy in the everyday, to find some small, for example, rituals that can help you get into that state of being and make it easier and add passion to the thing that you are doing. You can take breaks or, for example, have little feminine routines or I don't know, keep lotion for your hands at your desk, things like that, which can help you to be more passionate. And even at something which you don't have passion for, try to find that uh, think how can you make it more pleasurable, even a little bit, and more passionate, and focus on the passionate part of it. Um, Feel and leave the goal into the now. Another thing that is really important is to live your life as you have as if you have accomplished what you want to accomplish. Don't wait to be happy when you accomplish that thing, or try to, for example, get rid of a task, get rid of a certain period of your life, and expect to only be happy when you achieve what you want to achieve. For example, when I finish school, only then I will be happy, or I don't know, something like that. Try to be happy living in the now. And this also helps with the law of attraction. One thing that I want to say is which is really important, to, as much as you can, live your life as if you have accomplished the thing that you want to accomplish. As much as you can, try to think. For example, try to think about the person you would like to become to achieve that goal, more than just achieving the goal. For example, if you want to, I don't know, become rich or live like a millionaire or just something like that, try to think of small habits that you can do now to get into that lifestyle. What you How would you spend your time? What would you do if you already had achieved that goal? And as much as possible, try to organize your routine and everything you do in life as if you have accomplished the goal. Gratitude is really important. Gratitude puts the emotional seal on already being, and as you have acted as if you have received what you already desire, and have that trust that you will eventually receive it, and but be happy where you are now by living life um, where you are now and live as if you have achieved that thing.